Hello, welcome to Geeta Kollipara podcast. This is your host Geeta. First guest is always special, and today I have someone who is very special to me, someone my soul deeply resonates with, my Guru Tejomayi. In her life, Guru Tejomayi has embraced many roles: an engineer, psychologist, CEO, and today a guru to thousands of people. Guru Tejomayi is a deeply devoted follower of Durgama, and in this episode, we will begin our journey into the sacred world of Durgama through the wisdom and experiences of Guru Tejomayi. Namaskar, Mama.
Namaste, Ma.
Namaskar. Can we start our episode with one verse in regards to Durgama? Amma?
For introducing me in such a warm, heartwarming way. And yes, I would start this number one episode of us with a very deep stotra, which I resonate very well, which is Yadevi Sarva Bhuteshu Matru Rupena Samstita. Matru Rupena is a mother form of divine who is like a mother to us. She is our Jagan Mata, a mother for all the beings, not just on the earth, but all the cosmos. She is the part of it, she is the creator of it, and she is the destroyer of it, as well as preserver. And just like how we resonate with our mother in a very dear form, she is a mother to everyone when we really, really give that stance to her and relate with her in a motherly form. So she is also called Chandika Mata. She is also called, somebody calls as Jagadamba, Jagan Mata. Many, many synonyms, but all means the same, that she is the mother for all of us. So that is what is my relation with her, which I think I keep her very closely to me, which is like a mother form to me.
So much. Who is Durgama, Amma?
Durgama is the Prakriti Swarupini, um, who is the reason why this cosmos emerged, and Purusha and Prakriti Sangama is this cosmos. So, if Purusha energy is bringing Stiratva to the entire cosmos, the Prakriti Swarupini is Durgama, who is the creative energy behind the running of this cosmos. So, both of them in tandem creates this whole Brahmanda. So that is the reason without her there is nothing in this existence. If there is existence, then there must be the Prakriti Swarupini Durgama. And that is how we resonate with Ma Durga. And um, every one of us do face some kind of concerns and problems. So whoever prays to Durgama, she is the one who can take away all those problems, all those pain, all that misery, and always bless with abundance, always bless with a fierce, supportive stance, which only she can provide during the adversities, during the times of misery, or during the times when I am struck in a perpetual loop of problems, be it with relationships or be it with health, be it with career jobs, or be it with stability, be it with harmony in relationships, marriage, or money, whatever is the problem, if you surrender and if you find rescue in her feet, she's the one who will stand by us just like a mother and pull us from that abyss into a very, very safer spaces, a space that only she can provide, which is very, very, um, very, very safe, very, very happy space. Maybe that's what we can say. Though the problem exists, Divine Mother puts us into this space of um, uh, being a witness to that pain, that it no more bothers us. So we are always in the space of um, a kind of sthita prajna, a kind of being stable in the face of adversity. And when we prostrate in front of Durga Ma, she will slowly, 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 slowly take us from pain to being a witness to the pain and not be bothered by the pain, and eventually lead us into freedom from that pain and suffering. So that's the greatness of that divine mother, which I really I surrender every day to her because of that protective instinct she shows to her devotees, and just being a witness to that, how she's so fierce even to those who she bestows upon, who she chooses upon, may not be there. The humans have not yet understood the importance of her in their lives. But when she commits, she's a rock solid support. So that is what Durga Ma is. How it is, how much ever we speak to about her, it is not sufficient. Yeah.
Thank you. I think you kind of answered some of my next question also. If you just would like to add anything, I would just want to ask this question. What is the significance of worshipping Durga Ma in this Kalyuga Ma?
Yeah. So, um, um, all of us, whenever we are born with prarabdha, right? So there is something called karma. Karma is nothing but act. There is an act. Okay. If you do a dictionary meaning of what is karma, it just simply means an action. But that action is backed with a vow, which is coming from lack of divine alignment. So then it becomes there is a lesson to be learned. There is some unfinished business over there in one of the lifetimes. So over a period of time, these accumulated learnings becomes our prarabdha when we choose to clear that in a particular life by taking a birth. From the agami sanchita, it becomes prarabdha. So, and in this prarabdha, to clear this karma, we need somebody who will help us to first put a spotlight on this is what is your prarabdha for us to work on it. And Divine Mother Durga is the mother who will help us in this Kalyuga. There are only two gods. That's what Shastra says, Uchishta Ganapati and Ma Chandika, which is a synonym of Durga Ma, are the two gods who will help us to clear our prarabdha and also clear our sanchita so that it will help us take a path towards our moksha. So, in this Kali Yuga, in case if at all we are seeking moksha or salvation, the path to it is worshipping of Durga Ma. That's what Shastra says.
Thank you, Ma. Very, very nicely explained. What is the best way for devotees to grow closer to Durga Ma?
There is no single path to reach her ma because she is, as I said, Matru Rupena Samsita. So she is the mother for us. So when when a child says Amma, we just go and embrace, right? If it is our child. Similarly, Divine Mother, because she is so compassionate, if you say Amma, she will answer us. If you really with lot of surrenderance and faith say Amma, she will definitely answer to us. But then, because we are so ignorant, because we don't know her language, she's be holding her hand like this, right? And we don't know how to hold it hand, because when we say Amma, she'll stretch our hand and say, come, let me take you, pull you out of that pain that you called upon for. But then we need to know how to hold her hand. So for that, one of the best ways is mantra recitation. Then there is another way where is Puruscharana method. Then there is another way, which is again Brahma Vidya sadhana, which is Saptasati sadhana. So each of these ways are all different paths that will lead again to reach her or embrace her in our own capacities, based on the way we are ready for. And if we are fortunate, if Divine Mother thinks that we have acquired our eligibility, she also will give us darshan sakshatkara in terms of her sound of her anklets, or you could listen to her voice, or you can see her in the form. All of this requires multiple days or even sometimes months of sadhana. Sadhana is nothing but doing an activity on a stipulated time for stipulated number of hours every single day without fail, as much as you can, following the stringent rituals based on logic, not on superstitions, but then also having utmost faith, trust falling on the path that gets evolved with every day of recitation of any mantra, or if you do your japa or saptasati sadhana, and and keep going one step closer to divine alignment. So we are all, as I said, to help ourselves nullify the prarabdha, the karma that we have incurred in some lifetime, by not being in alignment with our own truth, which is divine truth. If that needs to get balanced, then there is a lot of lessons that we need to learn. And when we need to learn that lesson as a human, the moment we are born, we are born with this maya. So the maya rupena of divine mother will not allow us to remember the prarabdha. But as a litmus test, the prarabdha always shows up in a repetitive pattern of a problem. And when that happens, I might have to take up a sadhana to help me calm my mind. And the moment I calm my mind, I can listen to the divine guidance, the divine mother speaking through me through signs, actions, words, or sometimes even even through sakshatkaras. So if that has to happen, I need to do sadhana. And one of the best ways I at least found, which is very very powerful, as I said earlier, more powerful than a mantra japa or any other forms of stotra recitation or panchanga sevana recitation of divine mother, is Durga Saptasati sadhana, which I'm fortunate enough to be um, having the privilege of learning how to do it through divine mother's grace. So when she taught me to recite it, I found it very hard. But then now, 2.5, 3 years down the lane, I see how beautiful that sadhana is, how powerful that sadhana is, how charismatic the sadhana is after a time, and how much closer we can get to Ma in our own ways as we keep reciting, as we keep doing it with lot of faith and surrenderance. The devotion, faith, and surrenderance are like a magic mix, and then Saptasati added to that mix create wonders into people's life. And that's what I strongly believe. I've seen it, and I propagate it also these days, because as a healer, I've tried multiple ways of healing people without divine alignment. But then I used to notice that when someone recites Saptasati, or when there is some form of divine grace that has been acquired by faith and sadhana, whatever healing we perform, it just works magically and everything gets in alignment. But then, if there is no surface level, not at a karmic level cleansing, so after looking at multiple lives, I think reciting Saptasati is one of the best ways to see or find the Durga Ma that is just inside you, not out there, but just inside you.
Thank you so much, Amma. I like the way you mentioned doing sadhana with logic instead of superstitions. That really resonates with me, and also that proves that you are a very progressive guru.
I don't believe in superstitions or any kind of things that's been told when it is not backed by logic, or it doesn't appeal to a logical mind of mine. I really don't talk about it, though there may be a multiple instances of people talking about it. But when I don't see a logic, or when I don't find it resonating with my own value system, I don't talk about it. So there are a lot of things in my classes which I think I will talk only from a current lifetimes rather than the times when all of these systems have been formed, and those uh, those ideologies of things that have to be done in a particular way, uh, based on those eras that has been developed, so that no more resonate with this current modern times, and there's no point we getting into regressions. Rather, let's hold on to our roots, let's hold on to our culture, backed by understanding of the true essence of why certain things exist. Take time or make effort to understand, dig deep the science behind it, or the reason why certain things are being told, though it's masked under a bigger umbrella of fear, or a fear of God, or something bad will happen to us when we do these things. That's what is the common connotation that's been told from for adoption in masses from generations. But I believe it's better we take time to understand the logic, understand the truth, understand the science, or perhaps the law, the reasoning why that's been done. So it will take a little time to understand or dig deep or unveil all of that facts, but it's worth, so that we go back to our roots with lot of strength, and we have reason to embrace it much easily rather than resisting it.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Amma, if someone feels drawn to Durga Sadhana and wants to join your classes, how can they reach you?
Yeah. So when Divine Mother, as I said, she always holds your hand like this. Whenever you say Ma, she is right there. But then you need to hold her hand back, right? So how does she show you signs? Out of no reason, someone talks to you about Saptasati, or in the YouTube, or in the audio, or instance this podcast, or your friend mentioning about it, or your father, mother, somebody you trust mentioning about Saptasati. This is how she enters into your life, if Durgama wants to enter into your life, in specific to Saptasati. And then she shows me, or someone who is your teacher, she feels that guru is right for you, that person starts entering into your life in slow and steady way. Even though you resist, you'll see them their videos once, and then you'll just ignore. Then again, even though your cookies and cats are all off, again somehow that pops up, another video pops off theirs, or some words or some mentions. Somehow Divine Mother shows you a sign that this person is your guru, and this is what you need to do it. And if that is Saptasati, and if that the person that they are mentioning is me, then perhaps you're ready to learn Saptasati from me. If if the Saptasati is true, but then the guru is someone else, like someone else keep popping, then that is the guru you might have to follow. So because she knows who is best for us, I may not be good for everyone, but then there are somebody who resonates with who I am. So she knows who are those who are ready to be taught by me, or who are ready to learn wisdom from me. So then my interviews pop up, my videos pop up into your YouTube, or wherever those places that you are at social channels. And then you get curious, you get intrigued by who I am and what is this and stuff like that, and then start learning. And that's when you enter into my YouTube and then look into the description, and then you see that okay, there's a WhatsApp group I could join, and from there you join, and then become part of this Amavadi group, which I dearly call, because as I say, when Divine Mother shows us a way, and when we resist, it becomes Ammavadi, and when we embrace it, it becomes Ammavadi, because I'm a Telugite, and Ammavadi is Ma's lab, Ammavadi is Amma school. So usually when we are little children, we do have our own resistances towards going to school because of the lack of freedom or whatsoever reason. When we are in the when we are in the kindergarten stages, we do have our own forms of resistances. And then we as mother or we are parents, because we know that it's that going to school is very good for the child, we ensure, even though if it's harsh, even though it's little more on the stricter side, we ensure the child is being dropped at the school. So that's how Divine Mother also is at strict. She becomes Ati Bhayankarini. She becomes Krurini when we have to fall in line with what she says for our prarabdha to get nullified or karma to get released. And the moment we align with her, she becomes a compassionate mother. So she becomes Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samsita. So she becomes the most compassionate mother. She is the most caring mother, most loving mother. And that is when you experience the feel of you being in Ammavadi, which is mother's lap. So that is the group we make people join. And from there, you're part of the bigger family. So there will be a lot of activity that keeps happening with me because I don't have a certain plan about what I should do. I just keep my plans are all guided by Divine Mother. So if she says do Homa, I will do Homa. If she says recite Saptasati, I will do it. If she says start a new batch, I'll start a new batch, and so on and so forth. So, but this is how you will enter into the world through me.
Thank you, Amma. I will definitely provide the phone number and the WhatsApp group details so that the audience can, who are aligned, can join and come into the path of Durga Saptasati. Thank you so much, Amma. And I would like to share about our next episode. In our upcoming episode, we will talk about who is Guru Tejomayi and how did the divine guide Guru Tejomayi towards this Guru Sthanam. Until then, stay
Okay.
safe and may this episode bring you one step closer to the harmony and happiness. Signing off, Geeta. Namaskaram.